Good morning, grade 4. In continuation with the decimal topic, children, first let me start with the place value. Okay, a quick revision of what is the place value. Children, see here, this place value you know because it's a whole number, unit tens, 100, right? Now after the decimal point, okay, what would be your place value? So this is your tens place, this is your hundreds place, and this is your thousands place, right? Now children, today I want to do what do you call that? Like decimals and unlike decimals, right? So children, just look at these numbers. Okay, I have placed some numbers here. I want you to just look at them. What do you think? What do you understand? Look carefully. Can you see this blue one? Yes. So I want you to think, children. Just look at those numbers. Yes, any thoughts? Well, children, look at this one. This is a decimal number. These are decimal numbers, right? Now this decimal point, after the decimal point here, I have how many numbers? One number, right? Okay. What about this, children? After the decimal point, two numbers, right? And this one here, these are three decimal. So this is one decimal. After the point, one place. After the decimal point, here we have two numbers, two digits. That is two place. And here, children, after the decimal, I have three digits. That is three place. Right? So children, these are called unlike decimal numbers. What do we call them? Unlike decimal numbers. Why? Because after the decimal point, they are different digit. One has 1, the other one has 2, and the other one has 3. So it is called an unlike decimal number. Now children, if I want to now look at this. Okay, just take this one. Let's move this here. Yes, now what do you have to say about this? Let me keep it straight. Can you see it? Yes. Now see, children, after the decimal point, one digit. Correct? So what can you say about this? This is a like decimal. Can you see? After the decimal point, one number. So it is a like decimal. Now look at this, children. After the decimal, how many points? Sorry, after the decimal point, how many digits? 2. Correct? So these are like decimal. This row, the pink one, is a like decimal. What about this, children? I think this color is little dark. Can you see? 3 digits, right? So these are like decimals. Children, I repeat again, pay attention. This row, standing row, okay, the vertical row, these are like decimals. Okay? Now over here, standing row, these are like decimals. Here, this blue standing row, these are like decimals. Why? Because after the decimal, In this row we have 1 digit. In this, after the decimal point, we have 2 digits. In this row after the decimal, I have 3 digits. So equal places after the decimal. Now children, if you move it like this, okay, the horizontal way, look at it. We had done it earlier also. This is unlike because this has 1, this has 2 and this has 3. Okay. Now what about these two children? Just look at these two. Are they like or unlike? Yes, unlike. Why unlike children? Because this has 2 digits after the decimal point and this has 3 digits after the decimal point. So it is unlike. Okay. Now what if I change this to, let me put this and this. Now it is still unlike children because here after the digit I have 2 and after this digit here I have 1. Right? So children, remember this. Decimals having equal number of decimal places are called like decimals. Right? As the first example, example 1. Can you see? After the decimal point 1, after the decimal point 1, after the decimal point 1. So this is, the first example is a like decimal. You see the second example? Children, go horizontal. Okay. This is also a like decimal. Can you see? Because after the point I have 2 numbers. Right? So this row is also a like decimal. And what are unlike decimals, children? Yes, decimals having unequal number of decimals are called unlike decimals. Can you see this? This has 1 decimal. Here this has 3 and this has 4. Right? So children, this was your like decimals and unlike decimals. Now let us see how we can make the unlike decimal to a like decimal. Right? So let's move to a few examples. Now children, if I have this number, look here, 3.7. Okay, let's take these cards only, and 3.9. Okay, so it's 3.7 and 309. Now children, what I am going to do is, what I need to do is, I need to make them like decimal. Okay. Now first children, before to make it a like decimal, I have to see here the decimal point. This has 2 and this has 1. Right? So to make it a like decimal, I need to first write down the number 3.7. Now which is my second number? 3.09. Now children, see how I am going to write this number. The point will be here. 3 will be below this 3 and 09 will be here. Okay, because this is the 10th place and this is the 100th place. Children, remember what I told you? Okay, I showed you the place value. I had showed you this, children. So remember this. Okay. So now children, I have to make it, this is unlike. To make it like, it's very simple, children. You know what I'm going to do? I just have to put a 0 here. Can you see? So then, now there are equal digits after the decimal point. I could even do it over here orally. Right? Well children, let's move to another example. So let's take this number 56.82 and 37.1. Now children, tell me, are they like or unlike? Are they like decimal numbers or unlike decimal numbers? Yes, very good. They are unlike. Why, children? Because after the decimal point, here we have 2 and here we have 1. Okay. So what's the first step, children? The first step is we need to write down the number. This is your decimal point and then 82. Now see the second number, children. Okay. Put the decimal first. So 37 comes here and this 1 comes here. Okay. Now can you see it's unequal? To make it equal, what I have to do, children? Simply add a 0. Add a 0. Correct? So now, how is it? Is it an equal, is it a like decimal number? Yes, it's a like decimal number. Okay. Now let's move to another one. Let's take a little difficult one. Let me see this. Yes. Let's take 3 numbers, children. Okay. And let's take the third number as 7.231. Now children, where are we looking first? Look at the decimal points. Right? Yes. And then you look at the digit after the decimal point. This number has 1. This number has 2 digits after the decimal. And this has 3. So are they equal? No. So what we need to do is, then you add your 46.25 and then 7. Children, see where the decimal is. Okay. 2 and let me just move this. Children, please see this very carefully. It's a tricky one. You put your decimals and then you put your digits. Okay. So now here you will add. First, you children, you see the maximum number of number. The maximum number is 3. Correct? 1, 2, 3. So here you have to add 2 zeros. Here we have 2. So you just have to add 1. Right? Now can you see? After the decimal point. So these are like decimal numbers. So you could use a different pen and just do this directly. 2 digits, 2 zeros here and this here, 1 0 here. Right? So that was, children, the like decimal numbers and unlike decimal numbers. What were like decimal numbers? Who could tell me? Decimals having equal number of decimals places are called like decimals. And decimals having unequal number of decimals are called unlike decimals.